Good morning. I'm Professor Andrew Deeks, President of University College Dublin. On behalf of my fellow faculty and staff, I wish to extend a warm welcome to this virtual conferring celebration, especially to our students, your families and friends, and to your supporters far and wide. I'm delighted to be joined by the Principal of the UCD College of Engineering and Architecture, Professor Aoife Ahern, and by the Associate Dean of Engineering, Associate Professor David Timoney. I now call upon Associate Professor David Timoney to commence the proceedings.
Thank you, President. On behalf of my colleagues at the UCD College of Engineering and Architecture, I would like to reiterate the President's warm welcome to you all. Our conferring ceremonies at O'Reilly Hall celebrate and recognise your academic achievements. They offer an opportunity for a class get-together where you can embrace one another and share your class spirit before you head your separate ways. However, we find ourselves in unprecedented times, and sadly we did not have the chance to hold in-person ceremonies last December. My fellow faculty and I were so disappointed not to have the opportunity to celebrate with you. We find ourselves in a changed world, one that is learning to live with the COVID-19 pandemic, and I know that you will play your part as the world adapts to the change, and indeed adapts to the inevitable new normal. On behalf of my colleagues in the college who have taught you and guided you throughout your studies, I want to congratulate each and every one of you. So we now begin the formal conferring ceremony. Before we commence, I will explain the procedure which we will follow. Your degrees have been conferred in absentia, and we will use a ceremonial form of Latin for this celebration. The Principal of the College of Engineering and Architecture, Professor Aoife Ahern, will present each degree in Latin, and the President, Professor Andrew Deeks, will respond in Latin. I will then call the names of the graduates for each degree. Honours degree of Bachelor of Engineering.
Priornabilis praeses, totaque contio. Praesento vobis hasce meas filias et os meos filios. Iam toti academiae, tam moribus quam doctrina habiles, ad idoneos esse agnitos. Ad gradum baccalaureatus arte ingenieria honoro curso confecto admissos.
Ego, auctoritate mihi concessa, presento vobis gradum baccalaureatus arte ingenieria honora curso confecto.
Thank you both. Mechanical Engineering. Joy Sparks, James Staunton. Honours degree of Bachelor of Science.
Priornabilis praeses totaque contio. Praesento vobis hasce meas filias et hos meos filios. Iam toti academiae tam moribus quam doctrina habiles et idoneos esse agnitos ad gradum baccalaureatus scientiae honoro curso confecto admissos.
Ego, auctoritate mihi concessa, presento vobis gradum baccalaureatus scientia honora curso confecto.
Thank you both. Architectural Science. Thomas Francis Tatton. Engineering Science. Mark O'Brien. Structural Engineering with Architecture. James Alexander David D'Ambrosio. Connor Matthew Flannery. Rachel Hogan. John Paul Murray. Jack O'Riordan. Degree of Master of Engineering.
Priornabilis prices totaque contio. Praesento vobis hasce meas filias et hos meos filios, iam toti academiae tam moribus quam doctrina habiles et idoneos esse agnitos, ad gradum magisterii in arte ingenieria admissos.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, presento vobis gradum magisteri in arte ingenieria.
Thank you both. Peter Linehan, Keang Liu, Kieran Mannion, Cormac John Summers, Degree of Master of Engineering Science.
Priornabilis prices totaque contio. Praesento vobis hasce meas filias et hos meos filios, iam toti academiae tam moribus quam doctrina habiles et idoneos esse agnitos, ad gradum magisterii in scientia ingenieria admissos.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, presento vobis gradum magisteri in scientia ingenieria.
Thank you both. Biopharmaceutical Engineering. Sarah Agilai, Sona Andrews Hughes, Aswathi Balakrishnan, Brian Baumgartner, Dara Boyle, Paul Brady, Darren Cormacan, Minyang Dai, Elaine Donahue, John Dunn, Rebecca Dunn, David Higgins, Niall Kerwin, Dan Lenihan, Xiaohan Li, Xu Liang, Junpeng Liu, Shane Lynch, Choyang Ma, Brendan McDonough, Jennifer Elizabeth McGrath, David McNulty, Wei Hao Mang, Patrick Murtha, Jorge Alfredo Nava Elizalde, Craig O'Connell, Christina O'Dwyer, Robert Ronayne, Yihao Tang, Chaitra Vishwanath Shetty, Kei Wang, Xiaomu Wang. Chemical Engineering, Chenzi Chi. Electronic and Computer Engineering, Hamza Alfredi, Viba Arihol, Ashwarya Ashok, Rama Ashore, Gaurav Bachate, Kripikar Srinivasan Chandra Sekaran, Pratik Pramod Gandhi, Bingze He, Zui Lee, Nanda Kumar Palinasamy, Bharat Murthy Raravi, AJ Simha Yoganarasamha, Skanda Udupa, Bharati Varanasi. Engineering Management. Aldrin Andrew, Tristan Baduel, Gautam Gatamanini, Ashwarya Kamat, Muskan Kanojia, Amita Akhilesh Kaspi, Yiju Lee, Leo Margier, Ashwin Jaikumar Nair, Shrinik Narayanan, Shubham Pawar, Prashant Rajmohan, Deepsika Ravishankar, Yash Rawat, Deva Eshel Prabhanjan Saminathan, Aditya Manoj Shah, Swathi Shankar, Antoine Uzeldinger, Varshika Se Satyal Valuri, Yamini Ramya Vankina, Varun Yole. Food Engineering. Arul Ashok, Vaibhav Bhatia, Kuitong Kai, Saptarisha Chakravarti, Yanjun Shen, Yue Cheng, Yashwant Good Adiga, Seo Hay, Muhammad Salman Ijaz, Huanzin Jia, Houting Li, Srija Macheti, Gontorn Putsakum, Pritish Sachin Rajay, Yukyo Ren, Sharvari Sanjay Sansare, Yonlu Zhao, Zieo Ju. Material Science and Engineering. Stephanie Bonode, Matthew Doyle, Suyesha Joshi, Clara Preninger, Kunal Triambak Wach. Structural Engineering. Lorenzo Killian Carta, Quaylan Carty, Liying Chen, Rami Hassan, Satish Jawala Jerry, Darpan Harish Kumar Shetty, Jenny Madhavan Rajiv, Connor Joseph Michael McGowan, Rohit Mehra, Sohini Mishra, Eamon Patrick O'Regan, Zhao-Yi Tuo, Daniel Valcarcel Manzano, Water Waste and Environmental Engineering, Fozea Alcareng, Luigi Arbore, Aravi Kadsur Aravinda, Nishtul Nirmal Mohana Chandran Pillai, Alana Murphy, Sarah Nolan, Arnar Sneer Ragnarsson, Caitlin Saucedo, Zhao Ziyu. By research, Yihong Dai. Degree of Master of Regional and Urban Planning.
Priornabilis prices, to taque contio. Praesenta vobis hasce meas filias et os meos filios. Iam toti academiae, tam moribus quam doctrina habiles et idoneos esse agnitos. Ad gradum baccalaureatus arte ingenieria honoro curso confecto admissos.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, presento vobis gradum magisteri in arte regionis urbisque describende.
Thank you both. I will now call on Professor Mark Scott, Dean of Architecture, Landscape, Planning and Environmental Policy, to announce the names for this degree.
David Monroe, Rory John Phillips, Robert Sweeney, Evan Walsh. Degree of Master of Science.
Priornabilis prices totaque contio. Praesento vobis hasce meas filias et hos meos filios, iam toti academiae tam moribus, quam doctrina habiles et idoneos esso agnitos. Ad gradum magisterii scientiae admissos.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, presento vobis gradum magisteri scientia.
Thank you both. Environmental Policy. Daniel Carr, Ankit Kumar Das, Aoife Fitzpatrick, Isil Kilcock, Ian Stewart Grant, Jack Henry, Matthew Hornsby, Carl Hume, Maeve Hurst, Ran Jin, Ibrahim Sori Kaba, Constance Magnus, Lee McLaughlin, Santhuri Naidu, Gina Rossi, Kalyani Salil, Eamon Scott, Sally Shipsey, Jia-Chi Wu, Yue Zhang, Urban Design and Planning, Humaira Anas, Shyamalima Buragohain, Akash Dangari, Sean Egan, Mael Garcia, Annie Homa, Sadarth Kalra, Quinton Lee, Yi Liu, Kieran Liu, Shubangi Malvika, Sinead McGeehan, Sanjitha Ramesh, Vikram Roy, Manesh Sahu, Priyanka Srinivasa, Dichame Fija Araja, Hanya Wei, Jinling Wu, Lulu Zhu.
Thank you, Professor Scott. Environmental technology. One Carroll, Sumit Kadam, Jasmine Kaur, Chi Chen Lee, Orna Louise O'Sullivan, Jaya Janani Sivachanamu Garajani, Megan Whitty, Ibo Yuan. Sustainable energy and green technology. Alexandru Balmus, Jihan Chen, Kenny Coldrick, Niall Collins, Luke Fagan, Padraig Kilduff, Jiao-Chi Liu, Shikar Manocha, Carlos Miguel Martin, Elochokwu Agozi Njeze, Chidera Nwonu, Oyendamola Olawoye, Navnit Rajgopal Chandra Shekhar, Santa Kumar S., Nima Salsudan. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Praeornabilis praeses totaque contio. Praesenta vobis hasce meas filias et hos meos filios. Iam toti academiae tam moribus quam doctrina habiles et idoneos esse agnitos ad gradum doctoratus philosophiae admissos.
Ego, auctoritate mihi concessa, presento vobis gradum doctoratus philosophia.
Thank you both. Junru Chen, whose thesis title was The Application of Virtual Synchronous Generator Control in the Power System. Chagri Chibukwu, whose thesis title was Towards a New Design Specification for a Novel Gamification Ecosystem Framework for Education. Kevin Donovan, whose thesis title was Atelier, the Making of Jean Prouvé. Ronan Doripal, whose thesis title was Hyperspectral Chemical Imaging and Chemometric Analysis of Magnesium Oxychloride and Polycarbonate Urethane Biomaterials. Karen Bernadette Fitzgerald, whose thesis title was Post-Operative Total Hip Arthroplasty Mechanics, an Integrated Musculoskeletal Continuum Mechanics Approach. Salvatore Galeone, whose thesis title was Contributions to the Study of Rotary Travelling Wave Oscillators.
Nadina Gala,
whose thesis title was The Internet of Nature, Concepts, Methods and Applications of Novel Technologies in Urban Soils and Forests. Solène Adrienne Goy, whose thesis title was Towards Smarter Cities, on the potential of model predictive control for energy savings and increased flexibility in the built environment. Ismail Ibrahim, whose thesis title was Frequency Control of Distributed Energy Resources Integrated into Low Voltage Distribution Network. Elijah Erin Kelly, whose thesis title was Exploring the Impact of Adventure-Based Learning combined with 3D printing and 3D modeling on self-guided learning of STEM subjects. Muhammad Arslan Khan, whose thesis title was Bridge Health Monitoring using Acceleration-Based Bridge Weigh-in Motion and a Redeployable Sensor Strategy. Lucas Adrian Mark Coleman, whose thesis title was Investigation of Pathophysiology of Parkinson's Disease and Mechanisms of Deep Brain Stimulation using Biophysically Detailed Neuron Models. Feng Wei Kuo, whose thesis title was BLE Transceiver / 4G Mobile PLL for Wireless Applications. Fang Li, whose thesis title was Complexity Reduction Techniques for Digital Predistortion of Radio Frequency Power Amplifiers. Yue Li, whose thesis title was Efficacy of Novel Thermal Processes to Reduce Spore Numbers Within Dairy Manufacturing. Muyang Liu, whose thesis title was Power System Stability Analysis with Inclusion of Time Delays and Dead Bands. Francesca Madia Melia, whose thesis title was Modeling and Control of Power Systems with the Inclusion of Stochastic Process. Ruslan Melentiev, whose thesis title was Investigation of Microblasting Process on Surface Treatment of Bioimplants. Rajat Nag, whose thesis title was Risk Assessment of Hazard through Aggregate Environmental Pathways following the application of anaerobic digestate and animal waste to agricultural land. Favor Osos Okosun, whose thesis title was Vibration-Based Leak Detection and Monitoring of Water Pipes Using Piezoelectric Patches. Murren O'Sullivan, whose thesis title was The Perspicacious in Virtual Spaces, Exploring the Propensity of Virtual Escape Rooms, kinesthetic learning tools and popular fiction in a novel toolkit to assist the development of literary engagement and self-perception for 2E primary students in Ireland. Dara John Sherwin, whose thesis title was Toolbox for Wave-Based Control of Launchers with Flexible Structures and Fuel Sloshing. Shahnur Alam Surav, whose thesis title was Post-Installed Screw Pull-Out or PSP Test in the Assessment of In-Situ Compressive Strength of Concrete. I'm now delighted to welcome Professor Emeritus Micheál Bruin to address you.
I congratulate the graduates on your achievements that are acknowledged here today at this conferring ceremony. Achievements that you have worked long and hard to attain and can justifiably be very proud of. We in UCD are also proud of you and of the part we have played in your success. The degrees you received today are acknowledged worldwide, and I am sure will open the doors to a wide variety of careers in a wide range of places throughout the world. UCD is proud of being Ireland's global university, with a wide network of links in many continents. You have seen this already represented in the diverse and multicultural nature of UCD students and staff, including your own classmates and lecturers. I suggest this experience should guide you in your future career. Do not hesitate to explore the world and to see its wonders and to contribute your skills and talents to its sustainable and just development. You are of the world and are not meant to be just passive observers, but active participants in sustainable progress. I assure you that the world needs your commitment and skills as it approaches its peak population in your generation and faces the double challenges of climate change and environmental degradation. I hope, and I am very sure, you will find ways to contribute to solving these issues. You will have many important decisions to make in your life. Do this with confidence in your abilities and in the skills you have acquired at UCD. Do not hesitate to explore the road less travelled, as it leads you to unimagined places, experiences, and challenges. There is a Swahili word for old person, mzee, but it means so much more than age. It includes a respect for the wisdom of life that age can bring to anyone. I do not claim to be mzee, but I would like to finish with a thought that might guide you in some of your future decisions. It has come from long ago and has been said in many different ways by many different people. When faced with problems to be solved, one way of saying it is, if not us, then who will solve the problem? And if not now, then when will it be solved? The answer is, of course, that you will solve these problems, and you will start doing that now. I wish you all a happy and fulfilled pathway through life. Agus Canary and Boher live Galair.
My warmest thanks to Micheál for those inspirational words. Now I will ask Professor Andrew Deeks, UCD President, to address you. Congratulations again, and enjoy this very special day.
Distinguished guests, colleagues, and most of all graduates, you're very welcome to this virtual celebration ceremony. Given the restrictions in place last December, it was not possible to hold in-person ceremonies, and I'm delighted that you are joining us today for this virtual celebration of your conferring. As President of UCD, I take great pride and pleasure in extending my personal congratulations to each one of you. This has been another year of extraordinary challenge as the entire world continues to deal with the impact of COVID-19. I am, however, greatly heartened by how we as a community here at UCD have responded to the crisis with creativity and innovation and with courage and compassion. It is in these most testing of circumstances that we truly show what we are made of, individually and collectively. In facing the demands placed on us, we are discovering new depths to our resourcefulness and resilience. As Ireland's global university, UCD has played and continues to play a vital role in shaping our response to the pandemic nationally and globally, both culturally and scientifically. I'm proud to see how our brightest minds are rising to the challenge across all academic disciplines, from medicine and science and engineering to the arts and humanities. All around me, members of our UCD community have stepped up with courage and vision to meet the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, and their actions continue to underscore the vital importance of education, research and evidence-based decision-making in transforming our society. Graduation is a special occasion, marking the culmination of years of study and hard work by you, our graduates, and the teaching and guidance of our faculty and staff. As graduates, you have taken your place in a changed world, one in which your skills are in keen demand, your energy and passion is needed, and one that warmly welcomes your skills and expertise. While you were at UCD, our mission was to give each of you a holistic education, to inculcate in you a lifelong desire to learn and to create, and to instill in you a sense of purpose, a capacity for critical thinking, a desire to make a difference in society, and above all, an awareness of the global community in which you can make an impact. And I hope that you embrace these attributes and take them forward throughout your life journey. Here at UCD, we have almost 8,000 international students joining us from over 145 countries, adding enormously to the diversity and quality of campus life and to the UCD educational experience. We bring the best of the world to Ireland and the best of Ireland to the world. And so it's a particular pleasure for me to extend an Irish welcome to the families and friends of our international students who are joining us online today. Céad Míle Fáilte, Roíomh Go Léir, 100,000 welcomes to you all. During your time at UCD, I truly hope that we have given you a sense of belonging to a community that includes your fellow students, your flatmates and friends, lecturers and mentors. There's no doubt that the vast majority of you, whether you work here in Ireland or overseas, will operate in a global society. Indeed, in the increasingly global environment in which we live, that sense of local and of belonging to the UCD community is even more important. And so, wherever your career takes you, I would encourage you to stay in touch with your alma mater. As you prepare for the next stage of your life journey, remember that you are now a member of a very proud UCD alumni group of almost 300,000, based in some 170 countries, who will offer you a network of friendship and support wherever your journey takes you. While you were students, you were the centre of the UCD community, and now you remain a member of that community and carry the UCD badge with you. Wear it well, use it to open doors to advance your own ambitions, but also extend a helping hand to those who come after you. Seek to inspire and encourage them, and above all, follow our motto, Ad Astra, to the stars, by seeking to make your own mark and your own contribution to our society. The bonds of solidarity within the UCD community are tighter than ever as we support each other through these difficult times. I am very encouraged by the government's reopening plan for this summer, by the lower infection rates, the decrease in hospital admissions and the collapse in the mortality rate, and by the pace and efficiency of the national vaccination rollout. Here at UCD, we will continue to follow the government's advice and guidelines, looking forward to a smooth return to campus as soon as it is possible, while keeping everyone's health and safety at the forefront of our minds. I look forward to welcoming you all back on campus to celebrate your achievements as soon as it is safe to do so. But until then, I wish you well as you embark on your careers. Take care of yourselves and your families, and take heart in the hope that we will come together again at the end of this journey, stronger and more united than ever. Congratulations once again, and enjoy the rest of this very special day.